Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. In today's episode, we're going to put together my most played lists of the entirety of set 1. So what this is going to be is we're just going to go through and put every single unit that's got a higher level than anything else and put them straight in the list and go and play some games. I've had a look at what this is going to look like and it looks like a lot of fun to me. There's actually one unit I was surprised is in there and another one that's very, very close behind that took me by surprise as well. So the one thing I know that we need so far is going to be Zax, and then we're going to sort this by level. So at the top here we've got everything that's the least played, so I still need to unlock portraits I believe on everything up to Jailbreak, so all of this front row here and this one here. There's some of them actually getting a little bit closer to, but then we've got down here is my most used units. So we've got Maximus, who's obviously going to be almost everyone's most used unit. Deadeye, who I would be surprised if wasn't a close second for everyone else as well. Next we got up is Beatris. Now I love Beatris, I use Beatris all the time, I think she's fantastic. Probably my favourite unit. I just really like the tough, tanky, just really awkward body, good for move blocking, good for line of sight blocking, love Beatris. And then Florio doesn't take me by too much surprise either. Florio is my sort of go-to win con in these sort of lists, any controlling lists rather. And I absolutely think it's fantastic. Basically, Maximus, Deadeye, and Beatris are in almost every single list I build other than hyper aggro lists, or like really aggressive lists, and in those ones I just take out Beatris. So that's not a surprise to me whatsoever. Next up we got Blindsider Eztli. So Eztli I think is very good, was good as ridiculous as a 2-drop, better now as a 3-drop, as in sort of better for the game, not better as a unit, obviously cheaper is better cinder-wise. But then the thing with Eztli is that the reason Eztli sees so much play for me is because he's the best 3-drop that we've got. We don't have that many good ones. Axel Pyro is next, and with Axel needing some Cinder, it doesn't really line up as well as this does for me. So that's why we've got that there as our next best 3-drop. Shrapnel, in my opinion, is just the best 4-drop. It's absolutely ridiculous. Well, Biter was still a 4-drop. That was the best 4-drop. But Shrapnel is fantastic, really tough to kill. A lot of the time I find myself ignoring Shrapnel because I can't do anything about it and I just have to turn on the captain. But if a Shrapnel just gets going, it starts getting 1 or 2 attacks off, it's so hard to beat. After Shrapnel, we've got Rickety Backfire. So Rickety is just a really solid way of ending games quickly. You can just deal 6 damage to something pretty fast. And I think they're going to be trying to use that to finish things off fairly quickly as well. There was also Jester's entire Rickety all-in list for a while as well. And then, so I'm going to have a quick look here. Broken Vengeance being close to this is somewhat of a surprise to me, although when I look at the rest of the units behind, I could see it being a bit closer. But it looks like, so as far as I'm concerned, the units we put in so far are the top tier units in all of Moonbreaker at the moment. And this is the only slight dip here in quality, and that's going to be going to Taria Arsenal. So everything left of Taria, I would say, are probably my favourite units to use in terms of power level in the entire game. I think they're all fantastic. I think not one of them really has a weak spot. Some of them I would argue are potentially too strong, but so let's go for the most played. I honestly think this is incredible. I think we should do quite well with this list. It's not going to be like a perfect competitive list, but it should be decent. I think for this we're going to randomise till we find a banner that we like, and we're going to change the crest. I mean, do you know what? It's not relevant, so I can't keep it, but I like that. I don't know why, but I'm quite picky about my crests and my banners. I like to have something sort of noticeable and bright. Let's go with that. I kind of like that. That looks good. So, we're going to save this list, we're going to jump into a few games and hopefully just have some fun. There is very little that I think can go wrong. It's just going to be a solid, good stuff list. So, jump into a couple of games and see what we can do. If you've enjoyed the content so far, we're nearly coming to the end of set 1. We've got a couple of weeks left, and I don't think my favourite units are going to change since then. The reason I've done this video now is because I might just start using other things that are a bit off meta, and if I'm doing that, it's going to sort of skew the figures over the course of things. Things like if I do get Broken Vengeance or Neck Divine up into my top units, it's probably not accurate as to what I think are actually, the better ones. So now is a great time to do it. I'm really looking forward to jumping into some games, and if you enjoy this, please do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in game. Okay, we've just found our first game. We're going to jump in, and we've got an Astra as an opponent. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so what do we want here? So we're quite an aggressive list. Lifeline doesn't fit for us. Stowaway defeats the point of playing on most played crew. Escape hatch is not going to go well. And we've got some things we've got here, so Disruptor and Corrosive. Corrosive in this list is just going to be like a bad blink. Serene's Maverby. So I'm just going to move up here and just be as aggressive as possible. This is the shortest deployment in the game, by the way. This is actually the hardest way, like the hardest thing to escape from, because if you get an Extilior, they can move slightly further, and you can actually just deal, you can deploy into melee range turn 1. It's utterly absurd. Yep, so we knew that was coming. If that's a Cinder Orb, that's a risk. I'm not sure I agree with that whatsoever. Okay, so that's much better in terms of Cinder Orb placement.
At your service.
We can't get anything onto it with this, so
This moon's talking to me.
what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move this way first and try and just take this shot in case it moves anything that changes what we can do here. It doesn't seem to, so we're just going to take a bit more damage. So hit them for a bit more damage.
Who trained you?
And now if we hide over here, we'll be hidden, but we can also deploy quite aggressively on top of them, because if they're going to have to move to there to get their Cinder, so we can actually just place Beatris over here, and if they want to get their Cinder, they're going to have to get hit by Beatris next turn, which nobody really wants to do. Deadeye is obviously the better choice, but there's nowhere else for this to move, so I feel pretty confident in this. If this is their Beatris, then that's fine. We do not mind about that at all. Yeah, so they're going to have to get hit by this. They can deploy something else in front, but then we can just get both of them. Yep, that doesn't do anything. And what are they going to do with their Cinder is the question. Deploying over here is reasonable. Here's not great. Ooh, this could work out very well for us, actually. We might be able to even kill this. Especially if they deploy something else over here.
Who designed this outfit?
Okay, so
Oh, I forgot my lucky
can I get line of sight onto that with... Ah, there's a mine set. I thought we'd be able to get a better line of sight there, to be completely honest.
Drinks just go right through me.
So we're just going to ignore that for a moment. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to move up here with Beatris. I'm going to send Rickety in to join the fight.
What have we got here?
And we might be able to get a better line of sight into this. We're going to go for 3 damage onto each of them, which is brutal. There we go, so now we can't get a good line of sight to Rickety. We can just keep pushing the captain down, which is what we want to be doing here anyway.
Like my battle mask.
So that's line of sight to there. So again, we're just going to go for captain damage here. No sense in risking anything else.
Cheap shot.
I'm going to move this way again to keep us out of line of sight of Rickety fairly easily.
That's velvet.
Now,
Pushy, pushy.
this is interesting because I actually think I'm going to place a Deadeye over here so they can try and go over there. And then I'm just going to place a Sleeper Mine just to the left of Beatris so she can't get to us. So Astra's going to have a hard time running away. Rickety can't really kill anything without them into the breaching something impressive here. Yeah, I think they needed to wait on Lifeline and try and survive another turn. Because they could move to here and stay out of Beatris's range, but that's it. That's the only place they can go. If they throw this and explode, that's not good for them either. Yeah, so we've kind of backed them into a corner, which is where we want to be. I think they need to move as far as they can to get away from Beatris. If they don't, they're in a lot of trouble. Okay, but now if they shoot with Rickety, they're in trouble. And a couple of turns we'll get back to having a disruptor again. So we can just keep chasing them down, pushing damage. They can't quite hop onto the bridge anymore, so Beatris is going to block off a lot of movement here.
Got your back. And
Savria is fine. I'm still trying to get used to calling her Savria instead of Savria. Just after watching the or listening to the audio drama.
Every beat strikes
Okay,
his
yep,
spot.
so that's just a lot of damage coming in.
Eyes open,
Okay,
tails
so
behaving.
best angles we've got. Have we just got an angle here? 24%? Why is that only 24? Oh, there's a bit of terrain there. Okay. So we're going to need to move up here.
I've got plans.
Honestly, I think we probably just take one turn off to shoot different things.
We'll get snacks soon.
Okay, so if we go to here, take a couple of shots into Rickety.
That's that character.
That's fine, we'll just move back here.
Want some
Shoot
palace
Rickety this way
fruit?
as well. I really feel like there's going to be an answer here of something else I can
I'm the
do, but
Cinder Whisperer.
I'm not really sure. There's no line of sight onto Rickety anywhere here. Yeah, I'm just going to move over and take a low chance shot. 3% is pretty low. I'd have been so happy if we hit that, I'll be honest. And then we're just going to deploy Shrapnel from.
Let's shorten the list.
Everyone's done what they can. And Shrapnel is an absolute beat stick, so... Again, we're not guaranteed to be safe here. We're still just chasing Astra down. They're going to have to keep moving this direction.
Just put this everywhere.
Okay, this I don't agree with. I think they need to be protecting Astra more than anything. So this is a little safe corridor for them now, interestingly. But Astra can't move this way. They basically have to move this way to avoid taking damage here. Okay, Tipu, sure. Ooh, the crit's nasty. Yeah, we can still get damage there. Okay, I don't feel particularly bad about this. I think we're okay. We should be able to get... I mean, if they move up here, a lot better damage off next turn. Yeah, I mean, this is not the right choice for them right now, because we might even be able to just plink this shield off somehow, and then just go for a big shrapnel attack onto things. I think we're in a good shot. Good spot here. Could even be that we just use Maximus to take that off and shoot here, and just go for damage onto the captain. Tipu can't even kill Beatris next turn. And then with replacing Florio, actually, yeah, remembering that we've got Florio, we can just
Heard every excuse.
shoot out a lot, or bring out a lot of damage. We're not even going to go for anything other than just the captain here. I think we even just ignore mostly Rickety. Yeah, it's got a chance to hit, which is good. I mean,
Eyes open, tails.
that kind of actually just changes stuff. I think here we just go for Rickety now. Just take that out of the equation.
Like you're thinking.
It's okay,
And-
Ferg.
Without them having any AoE on the battlefield, we don't know one of the assists still. Just go for this. We missed it.
Oh, I forgot my lucky cravat.
Maximus can move to... You can just move to here. It's out of range still. And then all we're going to do is just deploy a Florio in range of everything. So, like, here. And this is going to make it very difficult for him to live once again. And next time we've got Corrosive and Disruptor. This has taken a little longer to chase down than I thought, but we've taken no damage. I honestly think we're not that far away from being able to win it if we just had our captain left at this point. Like, it would take a couple of turns, but we might be able to even get there. Obviously we couldn't get through Severe, that would be a different issue, but I think we can do this. Yeah, this is all fine. There's nothing they can do about any of these, so we just need to keep the pressure on, and I think we've got this as a nice finish here. Yeah. I'm really curious as to what people do in this position, because I know that here, I'd normally just take my turn quickly because I don't think there's any way of winning, but they might have got something that they're trying to work out, or another option, or something that can bring them out of this mess. Okay, Eztli's great, it can kill that. That's fine. But essentially they have to kill both of these to make this work. Oh, they're just trying to block me in. I do have Disruptor though, so that's not going to be the end of things here.
Choices.
And we've still got Beatris who can now get in range as well. Oh no, they haven't moved yet. Astra can move, that's good, of course. Okay, well this is,
They're always surprised.
I think, the easy choice here. Just stick the Corrosive down,
Just ignore it.
take the shot, get him 3.
Want some
And honestly, the
palace
easiest
fruit?
thing here is just to Ozos ourselves and then just take the shot here, guarantee the kill. Perfect. So, they had 7 of their crew out on the battlefield, but we only lost Maximus, I think, that entire game, so we both had 7 crew left, but we had so much of a tempo advantage that we could afford to turn on the captain and they couldn't. We're getting really close to getting Zax that next upgrade. I do want to get that. I know I keep playing Zax, but it's still my favourite captain. I really like Zax's kit. I think Astra's the one I thought I would like, but I love being able to move block. I like the gravity orb. Oh, gravity disc. So really, really enjoying Zax. But yeah, that one we felt like we took control of the board. Again, we were just able, because we didn't have many options to hit their crew early on, we just turned onto their captain. The only crew we really needed to guarantee we dealt with was Rickety, and we did so. So felt really good about that. It worked out quite well. I've just seen quite how scruffy my hair looks right now. I apologise to anyone who's seen this. My hair looks a little bit tufty. Yeah, well, got like the golden arches going on here, little McDonald's logo in my hair. Anyway, I'll jump back when I get into the next game, and I'll see you there. Okay, we've just found our second game, so we're going to jump into that and see what we can do from here. Again, we are just looking to go with all our most played units. We got really good use out of them last time. I will say, I don't think this is the most synergistic list, but it's really close. I mean, it's really powerful here. So Stasis and Disruptor is great. Stim Burst is still my favourite, but I think it falls in comparison to these. I think Stasis Disruptor is what I want to pick here. Ion Storm and Plink is probably my second favourite assist. Oh, is it? Top 3. Stim Burst, Plink and Disruptor are actually my top 3. But I think looking at the second ones, Stasis is just better than the others. So this is what we're going to take and hopefully push for another game. And we've got the same opponent.
Look, leader lead.
For some reason, I completely just blanked over the fact that they hadn't got the painted Astra last time. Okay, so this is much easier for me. I'm just going to place this here and pass the turn. I don't see any reason to put myself out of position whatsoever. And looking at what they've deployed, next turn I'm going to try and move up and place a Shrapnel. This is, if they got the big base, that's either Beatris or Rickety, but it's almost got to be Beatris looking at the way they've been playing. They did play one last time, so... Okay, so this might be Deadeye. Where are they going to go? They've got quite a few options here. So we've actually got the option of going for 4 different 2-drops next turn. And given that we have Disruptor, and we're 1 turn away... Oh no, that's Stun, not Indestructible. If it's Indestructible, I'd absolutely go Rickety Taria. But I might just do that anyway. Because if you don't know, Rickety Taria can put out insane amounts of damage, even in an AoE. So I'm actually just going to move out here, try and get some damage out.
At your service.
So I actually can get 2 unobstructive lines of sight. So go for this first. We should hit at least one of these. We did. Shoot here.
This moon's talking to me. It's okay.
Excellent. Now where can this move? So I actually think we can deploy Rickety here. Is he going to be fully safe? No, he's going to be shot by this. So let's just go for safety. We'll deploy Rickety back here. And then we can use our addition 2 signal to play Taria over here. And the reason we're playing Taria here is to protect as well. So we want to keep line of sight down from other units, protect it, and then potentially just find a way in for a big double attack next turn. Especially with our Disruptor Beam being available, so we can move things into line of sight that we need them. Or just into a group, or, you know, we've got lots of options here.
You kind of liked it, didn't
So that's fine. It's more about where these 2 go, because these 2 can't move twice, so if they group up, for instance here, they group up. Let's see if Astra comes out. Yes, this is about what we want. Okay, maybe that's going to be slightly too early. I think we're going here and trying to just kill these 2 and shoot Astra, but it all depends on their next deployment. Because we can probably get in range. That's great for us if they deploy there.
This isn't
Yeah,
a drill.
this should be good for us. So we're going to just... Let's just try it and see what we can do. So we see Slisha there. We'll just take a couple of shots onto things that we can see.
I appreciate your
Here.
restraint.
Wanna have a jam sesh?
We might as well shoot with... Can Zax get onto there? Maximus? No, not quite. Okay, so now I think is actually the time to just go for the Disruptor and see what we can get.
rush?
Go on. I think that's the deployment just there. Oh, that's the positioning rather. Okay, so do we have deferred maintenance? We do have deferred maintenance there, so we should be able to, in theory, maybe destroy all 3 of these. So we're going to shoot here just to try and get one of them to hit, and hopefully rely on 2 explosions.
What's the hurry?
Wait, what?
Blue guys.
Oh, we didn't get to shoot again because we killed it.
Through me.
Oh, that's a terrible play. I messed that right up.
Look alive.
Let's just take these shots off
Oh
him.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I forgot about it needing to have a target both times, and it didn't even explode. So that was about as bad as I could have gone. I spent all that cinder and didn't do anything. So here's their Rickety. Yeah, now their Rickety's going to destroy us. Oh no, it can't position where it needs to. It's just going to be able to go captain. So this could be disrupted. Vortex. Okay, this could fix it. This could actually be all three of these. I think it is. Yeah, well done, mate. Maeve absolutely picking me apart here. That was a really good play by them. They did what we were trying to do. I messed that up so badly. I tried to rapid fire something I was killing. If I'd have shot at Severe, I'd had 2 chances. Yeah, this is dead. So now we're in a fun game where we just see what kind of comeback we can try and do. So we're going to have 7 Cinder next turn. So I think here we're probably looking at going defensive, so it's most likely going to be Beatris and Florio. If this is Nano Shield or Lifeline, I'm in so much trouble. Yep. Okay, so fun thing about that is that now I actually think I have to stun Rickety, which is not what I want to be doing. I can't get a good line of sight onto Max, so I'm just going to be coming over here for it. And moving back this way.
Just look like you're thinking.
I still think I come down this way to make it harder for their Max to hit us. We're going to stun this.
I'm a showman.
Looking at where they can move, I think if I place Beatris here, it's really going to limit their movement. So this might be able to limit a lot of what they've got options doing. And then the Florio over here gives us a little bit of power coming up in future turns. So we want to stay away from a Toxoid range actually, so maybe just like back here. Because they could basically they could move Astra over here, play a Toxoid, give it haste and charge it over there. So that's what we're trying to avoid here. I keep saying haste, it's charge. I'm still using magic terms even though I've not really played much magic in a while. Okay, so this is... Yes, this is Eztli, so Eztli's going to kill our Maximus, that's fine. We knew that was a possibility. So now, once again, we're in a position where I don't think we can do what we need to. If that was a miss, that would have been huge, but a crit is the opposite of what we wanted here. No, I think I'm going to lose this. I think we're going to lose 2 Rickety most likely. Unless we find a different route here, so...
Want to have a jam
Got,
session?
if we had 6 Cinder, I'd have it out, I think. Actually, are they touching the wall? I think they're touching the wall. So if we're lucky... I think we're going to go for an optimistic play here. We're going to bombard these. We're just going to kill Rickety with this. Go for Maximus over there, but what we need to do first is just trap Eztli against this wall if possible.
Think fast.
Yeah, we have. Perfect. So we can move over here with this,
Look like you're thinking.
move this way and kill their Maximus in theory. Perfect. So now I feel like we're back into control again. We're running low on life total. We're going to need to try and find a way to kill Eztli next turn. They're going to want to deploy a 6-drop, or they're going to haste out a 4-drop. What's this going to do? This is going to be a jailbreak? I'm okay if this is jailbreak, by the way. Because if this is jailbreak, yeah, we just shoot that away and run this direction and block off movement with things.
Look who's in charge now!
They use the breach for the sake of it. Sure. Oh, please move there. Please. Oh, okay. I was hoping they would.
What is this armor made of?
Okay, so here we just have to go for this. Unless we...
Yo.
Do we have another option?
This moon's talking to me.
We could just disrupt this. We could disrupt these. No. Disruptor this doesn't do much. That hit chance doesn't do much either, though. We need a crit. We don't have anything here that does what we need it to, so... I think we're just shooting this off and moving this direction again. We'll take this attack first. Moving over here.
Leather platform.
That can move all the way over here, so Florio needs to come this way.
Whoa, hear that baby purr?
And then honestly, I think we're just popping the sleeper mining down again over here.
Can't rush an artist.
Popping a shrapnel down over here. Trapping it into
It's their
another
special
corner.
day.
And
Now we're talking.
let's place our own Eztli down about here.
Art of surprise.
Yeah, I'm going to save the disruptor. It's like,
I'll make him proud.
I can't think of a way we win this, because I think we're just going to die to whatever other units they've got left. Yeah, I mean, they can just... I'm trying to think what they can... If they've got a switchback, we're almost definitely dead. They just place switchback here, move it around here, get 3 damage. Oh, they were in range. I thought we'd blocked that off. That's my bad. I've messed this up then. Because I don't think we can turn down and do the damage quick enough now. We need the stun a turn quicker. Oh, I forgot about Vort. I completely missed Vort. Yeah. If they can spend 7 Cinder, they've got us here. Into the breach. We've got 5 drop. Oh, and then just... You don't need to do anything, just play a Cinder Orb. And then you kill us. That's unnecessary. There we go, Cinder Orb and kill us. GG, well done, maybe. That was a good game. Yeah, definitely made a bunch of mistakes. That Rickety play at the beginning was so bad. I'm glad I'm getting this out way before the tournament. Oh, we've got 1 game left. If we win this next game, we get to level up Zax and get that next step of the rarity. So that's what I'm going for here. Really well played by our opponent there. They knew the lines, they knew where they needed to go. I made a huge mistake. They capitalised on it in a massive way, and it was really, really hard for me to try and deal with. So, props to them. Good game, and I'll see you once we get to game 3. Okay, we are in for our 3rd and final game with this list. I wonder if it'll be... Yeah, it looks like we've got the same opponent again. So, another trilogy video. We've not had too many of these in a while, so 2 videos in a row where we're going to have the same opponent each time. They're an aggro list, we know that, but I think Stasis and Cinder Infusion... I actually think Stasis is the best assist here, and Cinder Infusion's fine. In most games I love Ramp. This one, it doesn't feel quite impactful enough. Probably just because the other assists are so good, so let's just take this and try and speed the game up. Okay, they're going first this time. Yeah, they've got to be careful with their deployment, because if they just deploy somewhere risky, I'm going to try and shoot it. I mean, I'm going to try and shoot it anyway, but that's not the point. They could shoot and move back this way. Yeah, interesting. If we can get onto Maximus in any angle... Yeah, minus 19% is not enough of a deterrent for me. I will go for that every time. Perfect. And then we want our own Maximus. Honestly, I'm always tempted just to put it here so that if they want to shoot us, they have to go for some silly hoops. Use ourselves as a body block. They do have a reasonable line over there, but we can possibly get there. Oh, they don't have it. Yes. This has worked out well for us. So they're going to just try and hide back behind this again. We're going second again. Okay, Stimburst gets them the hits at least. Stimburst should absolutely get them the range onto our max, yeah. And they can just hide away anywhere they want. If they'd have missed both of those, that would have been perfect for us. Okay, so they can just, jump over here and play something. It is interesting seeing them not use Cinder Orbs early on, but I can understand it. It can be a bit risky. And then Max is just running off there, yep. So we can do very similar to what they've done. Oh, if that's a Cinder Orb. If we had Stimburst and that was a Cinder Orb, we could absolutely go and steal that if they base it like here, not here.
At your service. Watch me work.
So we'll just take a couple of damage. Pop back here to hide.
Need a moment to take all this in.
So that's a minus 38. It's not really a better angle. I think it is a big deal if we kill Maximus, and we kind of are fine with being in this direction anyway, so take the 1 in 4. We've got it, perfect. So, what do we want to do here? They've got a Beatris, not Beatris, a a Cinder Orb, so they're going to have a lot of Cinder next turn. So I think it's almost time to just stick something big and beefy in the front lines and just go straight for Shrapnel.
What have we got here?
Because if we can just, yeah, deploy Shrapnel somewhere that they're not going to be able to take that orb and escape from our line of sight, this is going to be good for us.
Let's shorten the list.
Okay. Also, I love it, like Shrapnel with let's short on the list. I'm pretty sure in the story Shrapnel talks about her list as being basically like, well, I'm assuming it's implied it's the people that she wants to kill, so let's short on the list is going to be a pretty quick turnaround there. Also, I love that I actually did paint the Shrapnel from scratch, like from the beginning, and I really didn't look at the original model, and I never can actually tell which is which. Not because I think my painting's equal quality, but because they're just very similar colour schemes. Okay, so they're just going right into my face here
You said it.
to try and take out Max, which, I mean, that's fair. It does also mean that we're not that far away from being able to take out their Cinder
Should
Orb.
blind mourners with beauty.
If they don't deploy somewhere... Is that a Disruptor? That could be a Disruptor. Yeah, that's all fine. So we're going to place this on Shrapnel.
Not that we need it.
Heard every excuse.
And we might as well just take this.
I'm the Cinder
Can we...
Whisperer.
No, we can't move Shrapnel in the direction that we want. Do we have a shot here into Deadeye? We do. Interestingly enough, if we can just move this way and grab this Shrapnel far enough... Okay, we're about... I'd say for what looks like about an inch on my screen. I don't think we can actually get there. So I think what we need to do is just deploy damage out now. And honestly, in this situation, it's probably just a Taria, make them deal with it.
Drinks just go right through me.
And I don't think we need to play a Sleeper Mine. I'm trying to think, is there any way we can block this for being deployed onto, but we don't know their other assist yet, so I'm just going to hold fire on this. We're getting a Cinder next turn anyway. We're deploying things in their way. They can't stim burst into it, but they can stim burst near enough to deploy onto it, I imagine. Maybe we should... Oh, we didn't move last turn. We should have just moved. What am I thinking? Okay, no, they're going to deploy onto it. That's fine. Get there for the Cinder, yeah.
Beautiful dream.
I'm not sure if I'd have just into the breach that, to be honest.
Got your back.
This is
and
both
front.
fine. So Shrapnel coming in here, we might be able to just rapid fire this to Kingdom Come if we can get in range. We might need to move Zax down here, shoot Astra away. We could just rapid fire Zax and just start pushing damage. Yeah, Deadeye's going to need to go for this, but we need to start looking at dealing with this.
We can work with that.
Okay, so... Yeah, take the shot, that's fine.
Okay.
So we can actually stun something and just push damage again. We've got 7 Cinder. So what's our best damage output? It's so Deadeye, Rickety and Eztli probably. Okay, that actually helps us a lot. So
Meditating.
what's the range on this? Okay, so I guess we just take this first. And then pop in this direction. How far can this move? Not far enough. You know what? I think it actually is going to be a go for the captain situation here. So we're going to spread out as much as we can so that Rickety's not as much of a threat. And we're just going to throw everything we can in this direction. Of course we missed that. Gain 2 Cinder, and we're just going to deploy everything we can
With you till the
around
end.
Astra. So we've got Rickety up here, away from any of their potential range. And we'll pop a Deadeye
It's fine.
over here.
What's the hurry?
And we're just going to stun their captain and just push for damage.
Darn it.
Taria shouldn't be here because I was going to go this way. I should have moved this direction so that we could have gone for leaving Taria alive, but that's fine because she would have been enough to finish the game with Rickety. But as it stands, they don't have that much to do here. We're going to be able to just send Shrapnel in to clear this up and then we've just got a bunch of damage to follow up. Potentially 6, 7, 8, 10 damage here already. 12 with this. So there is a world in which we could survive this. We could win this turn.
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
is pretty close to not letting that happen.
Taking my 15.
I actually think their best choice now is to potentially find a line for Rickety to shoot Deadeye, and that keeps them alive for another turn. So this looks like a Florio, or have they played their Beatris yet? I don't think they have. Do you know what? Maeve is a pretty good player. I'm really glad to be playing someone who seems to know what they're doing. It always makes it for a much more fun experience. Especially if we can just have a really nice finish here. We have got the damage to do so, like we said, if we needed to, but we're in this for the... Okay, so that might be a grav disc situation here, so... We'll just deal with this first. Yeah, it doesn't matter because everything's in multiples of 2 anyway. Move over here.
Breaking records.
We're going to move right the way to here. Slightly further away so we don't get hit by an explosion from Rickety. Got 99. That'll do.
Watch it.
We're going to pull Jailbreak away.
Want some talus fruit?
Come over here. Ozo's ourselves. Take a shot. And then leave it down to a Rickety explosion. So we want to make sure we can try and get one in but not both. Yep, so if we explode, this should be the victory. 70% chance of winning on the spot. And there we go. Perfect. That was a really good finish. We did have enough time to basically go 2 turns of full damage on the captain. They didn't really get to do anything with their Rickety, which is a shame, but that does, in theory, mean... There we go. We did get our rank up on Zax. So Zax is now our level 6, I believe. Yeah, he's a Renegade, so we've got him up to the next rarity, and we're going to start gradually working him towards... Well, towards rank 10, I suppose, is the next one. Oh no, we've got Epic next, so then maybe that's rank 8. I'm not sure. So, all in all, turns out good units are good. Funnily enough, we actually won less games in this than we do with some of our more fun lists, because Maeve was a good opponent. They did a really good job in game 2. They sort of capitalised on my mistake really, really well. And that's the sort of thing that you need to do if you want to win games like this. So, really great games, really fun to do. I haven't actually thought of doing this until today. I was looking around for basically, I've got a little book of ideas, but I was trying to think of, what did I want to do specifically today, and none of them really jumped out at me, and I thought, actually, with the new set not that far away, that would be really quite a fun thing to do. So, if you've liked it, please do subscribe to the video. Let me know in the comments what your most played units are. I'd love to see how many people's lists are the same as mine, and how many are different. See how much of, that preference was my personal bias, and how much of it was just, what's just good in the meta. Pop a like on the video, do subscribe like I said, and most importantly, have a good day.